At the end of the day, it's going to come down to your ability to sit in the cold and still keep moving forward. You know what's funny? Business is never easy. Anyone that says business is easy, I think they're lying, or I think they're inexperienced, they're doing something fraudulent, truth be told. But essentially, it's your ability to deal with a large amount of uncertainty, pain, distraught, betrayal, day in, day out, expectations here, being missed, having a high, having a lower low than low, and still being able to walk forward. And where I think a lot of people mess up is they look at the Instagram reels, they look at the TikTok reels, they look at the story highlights, they look at the success stories of the 20-year-old, billionaire or multimillionaire or whatever, or the 17-year-old doing 10K a month and all that stuff. And that stuff is real, guys. Don't get that twisted. I was 19 years old when I came across an acquaintance of mine that was, featured on television and was already worth 5 million plus at 18 years old. He was a year younger than me. Some of you guys might know who I'm talking about, him and his friend. And, by the time I had an interview with them, and by the time, they were 21, they were doing a lot more revenue than that. I'll put it that way. But the thing is, guys, you don't know this story. What I've noticed is with a lot of really successful young entrepreneurs, a lot of these guys started at 12, 13, 14 years old. I have a friend of mine, he's worth over 8 figures. He started in his industry, industry in which he's very skilled at. He started in that industry at 14 years old. He's just turned 26, right? So that's 12 years in the game. And he might have made his first M by the time he was 21, 20. So it took him 6, 7 years to make his first $1 million. And now he's, grown that by quite a lot. But the thing is, he wasn't always like that. It took 6, 7 years to get there. So he was able to spend essentially 6 to 7 years of sitting in the cold, uncertainty, pain, late nights, early mornings, doubt, fear, etc., judgment from other people, isolation, etc., mental fortitude. And he was able to callous his mind into being someone that was capable of wielding and managing that level of wealth, resources, time, teams, etc. For me, when it comes into my marketing agency, I'm 5 years in, and I've said this to myself, I want to give myself at least 10 years in this industry before I ever consider rapidly jumping the boat or switching to something ridiculous. And that doesn't mean I won't explore other industries on the way, but what it does mean is that at the end of the day, the most important industry for me is the marketing and sales, particularly the marketing business model. That's why I can speak about various things. I can speak about mega communities at length. I can speak about episodic branded content. I can speak about, the difference between SEO and PPC and the benefits of each and either, right? So again, this game is a game of who can sit in the cold the longest. And what will happen is you'll build strength over time, and that strength will allow you to endure and eventually build the kingdom that you want. So again, this one's just a bit more general, guys. I want to talk a little bit more about the mindset stuff because I do get a lot of questions about that, especially from some of our consulting clients. People do want to be learning about, how do you deal with when you lose a client, when you lose a lot of clients? How do you deal with the pain of waking up every day and people don't get what you're doing? Maybe you've quit your job, so you're taking less income or no income, right? So sometimes it's good to just hear it again and get that reminder. As Drake said, subtle reminders are key. Okay? If you guys like this, share, subscribe, and comment. And as always, think mega.